claims its response to this week's oil spill off the coast of Vancouver was inadequate and slow. Both BC Premier Christy Clark and Vancouver Mayor Gregor Robertson are angry and have lashed out. About 20% of the bunker fuel that leaked from a Greek grain ship has yet to be recovered. CBC's Evan Solomon has more.
The Natural Resource Minister Greg Rickford told me that, in fact, the situation is well under control and he defended the federal government's response. The problem for the Natural Resource Minister right now is that the Premier of British Columbia has gone even further in her criticism of the federal government. Not only has she said the spill response is so bad, she'd like the province to take over responsibility away from the feds. She linked this to the oil and controversial pipeline issues, and she said, until there's a world-class spill response system from the federal government, there'll be no heavy oil shipped out of Vancouver or any part of British Columbia. So she's made the link. I asked Minister Rickford about that, and he said there actually is no link between this spill and the pipeline debate. Evan Solomon, CBC News, Ottawa.
Environmentalists will hold a march in Quebec City today to demand action on climate change. They plan to denounce Alberta oil sands development as well as planned oil pipelines. They also want governments to make renewable energy a priority. Meanwhile, on Monday, Ontario will sign an agreement with Quebec on a cap-and-trade system on carbon emissions. On the following day, premiers and territorial leaders will meet for a summit on climate change. U.S. President Barack Obama told Latin Americans the days of U.S. meddling with impunity in the region are over. He was speaking in Panama ahead of the Summit of Americas, where he's due to hold a historic meeting today with Cuban leader Raul Castro. Obama says the U.S. wants to help Cuba usher in a new era of self-determination.
As the United States begins a new chapter in our relationship with Cuba, we hope it will create an environment that improves the lives of the Cuban people. Not because it's imposed by us, the United States, but through the talent and ingenuity and aspirations and the conversation among Cubans from all walks of life, so they can decide what the best course is for their prosperity.
The meeting will be the first formal encounter between the leaders of the U.S. and Cuba in more than 50 years. Hillary Clinton is to launch her bid to become the first female president of the U.S. on Sunday. The former Secretary of State is expected to use a video posted on the internet. Now she's seeking the Democratic Party nomination for next year's election. Analysts say the low-key launch is designed to avoid the sense of entitlement that damaged Clinton's 2008 campaign when she lost to Barack Obama. The Italian Coast Guard and Navy have been busy carrying out rescues off the coast of Libya. In the past 24 hours, almost 1,000 migrants have been taken to safety. The latest rescue efforts come just a day after the aid group Médecins Sans Frontières, or Doctors Without Borders, announced the launch of its own rescue mission in the Mediterranean. Megan Williams reports.
Italian rescuers are doing their best to cope with reduced resources. That's after late last year, Italy canceled its large-scale Mare Nostrum rescue operation due to costs. Europe launched a replacement mission, but as humanitarian groups point out, it's a pale effort by comparison. Now, one of those groups, Médecins Sans Frontières, is launching a rescue boat of its own. A 40-meter-long medical aid ship, it says, is desperately needed to help save lives. Last year alone, 3,400 people died trying to make it to Italy. The MSF ship will work in cooperation with the Italian Coast Guard, patrolling the Mediterranean from May to October when the water's calm and more boats risk the crossing. The announcement of the new ship, though, will not please Europe's anti-immigrant politicians. Human rights groups, though, say people desperate to escape war and violence risk their lives to cross to Europe, whether they are rescuers at sea or not. Megan Williams, CBC News.
And that is the CBC News of this hour. I'm Pamela Philpott.